Yo, what is going on YouTube and internet? In this video, we have a featured artist and somebody that's more than likely going to drop something on VeVe either next week or very soon. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it, guys, and talk about the artist Frank Kozik that's going to be coming to VeVe either next week or very soon. So let's hop in and find out who Frank is, what he's about, what he does, the history, and kind of like a part 2 to the first video I created. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. So we're in the computer here, and first off of all, I wanted to highlight the first video I made titled Frank Kozik 100% confirmed, Banksy's coming to VeVe. Most of this, like 90% of this video is about Frank, so if you haven't seen it, you would definitely want to check it out. This was a video that I shot 2 weeks ago or so as this video is being shot, but really this video I should have put out a month ago, but stuff came up and no big deal. But I highly encourage you to watch this video as I cover a lot of detail on who Frank is, what he's about, and what's, you know, that sort of thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive right in. We've talked about this a little bit before. All right, so so let me back it up just for like a split second. This was 6/22, which was a couple days ago, and actually this is me right here. So if you see the screenshot, he's essentially replying back that we may get on a chat maybe soon, and hopefully that happens. So that would be very cool to have Frank on and introduce you guys to Frank and vice versa, and it's going to be pretty epic and amazing. But he says, I am officially on VeVe, first drop of LABBIT styles next week, and he says, shh. Well, the secret is out because he tweeted himself about it, so no big deal there. So yeah, that was in his Discord, and I highly encourage you guys to get in the Discord. He's on Clubhouse. It was very fun. I got to jump in on one of his clubhouses as a guest, and it was very fun. And I encourage you guys to, you know, be involved in his community as well. But if you don't know who Frank is, he has worked on. He's got a huge history, okay? It's a big history, and I can't even cover all of it in this video. I talk about some of it in my last video, but just to highlight, he has worked with Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Melvins, The Offspring, Butthole Surfers, Helmet. He used to run Man's Ruin's record, media outlet, and record label, and has published several books, including Man's Ruin, Posters and Art by Frank Kozik, and Desperate Measures for Empty Pleasures. And it really just goes on and on. Interviewed by Rolling Stone. He's created many posters for many famous artists. And on top of all of that, he is the chief creative officer at Kid Robot, which is obviously a toy company that sells premium digital. I sound like, anyways, he sells toys and collectibles at Kid Robot. So Kid Robot is amazing. I've had a chance to really browse their website, and actually this is one of my favorite websites actually across, you know, the collectible toy space as well. So very good job on the website, guys. I really enjoy it. If you haven't had a chance to check out some of these collectibles, they are absolutely amazing. As you can see here, the Labbit is specifically, as you can see here, Labbit is a rabbit character created by famed artist and now creative director of Kid Robot, Frank Kozik. First featured in Kozik's famous 90s rock poster art, which we can check out here. Like, you got Nirvana and things like that. But as you can see, there's like fan art as well as like other Labbits right here. The Smorkin Labbit as well. Which is the, you know, his OG Labbit right there with the cig hanging out of the mouth. But he's also got these see-through ones as well, which is pretty cool. My favorites are the mustache ones. I think those are pretty cool. I've also seen some like collabs with like DC. I saw Batman as well, which you guys seen screenshots of me post before. but I thought I would highlight these as well. So anyways, they're not bad too. You might as well just pick some up and have them and add them to your collectibles if you haven't already. But yeah, guys, so he is a huge history. Okay, he's obviously known in the art community, but as well as a collector space as well. I believe this was like a part of like Robin Williams's collection, which is actually kind of sad because I love Robin Williams, but I think they had an auction after maybe like he passed maybe or something, his family did, at Sotheby's. And yeah, so this one went for quite a bit at 1,300. It was obviously probably Robin Williams collected this, but anyways, so he's pretty well known, so it's kind of a big deal. Obviously David Yu collects Frank's work, and you can see Frank's work across different collecting websites, collectibles, posters, and things like that. You can see some of his prints and things like that being sold, and poster artwork. I think I highlighted a lot of this also in the last video, but just to kind of like make sure I cover it all the way around, because this will be dropping maybe next week. It's a very high possibility that it will be dropping 6 Labbit, 6 different Labbits, and we'll see as far as that goes. So, but as far as this goes, I mean, huge notable band and some other huge bands as well. As you can see, like the White Stripes, and this was back in like 2002. A lot of art, right? And a lot of big bands like this. Obviously, he has a storied record and a big rap sheet. Beastie Boys. I mean, a lot, right? Then the list goes on. And you can see like the Smokin' Labbit right here as well, and so on. And you can find some of his stuff on OpenSea as well, which I recommend you check out, because that stuff won't be available forever, because I think a lot of that stuff is like one of one stuff. So, but he has really cool stuff on OpenSea or OpenSea as well. And yeah, so here's some other artwork from nevermindgallery.com, where you can see like some of his art, poster artwork there. And this is fineart.ha.com, but you can see like what some of his art has sold for. This one was this poster artwork that is 1941 Moscow - Berlin, 1945 on acrylic paper. This one was sold for $6,000. You have other of his artworks and collection and toys and things like that. Just at a glance, you can kind of see what some of this sold for. I don't think, like, on some of this, I believe you have to offer more than like $2,000 on some of this stuff. And there's no like, I don't think there's like necessarily a guarantee you're gonna get it for that amount either, because the owner may say, hey, I want $5,000 or I want $6,000 or whatever. So yeah, guys, so obviously it's super collectible. So I imagine the actual NFT, which will be a verifiable collectible, will be worth quite a bit. And obviously you can check out his Instagram, where you can see some of the other Labbits that are also featured here. The black and white one with the knife going through it. But he's got plush, he's got the turds and so on. So as you can see there, it's going to be pretty exciting. I think it's going to be a good drop. And there's other amazing things you can also check out. There's the Dunnies, but the Labbits obviously is as modeled or created by Frank himself. So I thought that was really cool. And this one's going to be a big one, guys. This one is really cool, man. Kid Robot's a big deal, and they have a lot of cool stuff. So as you can look at collaborations, if you pop this open, you can see quite a bit of collaborations. Like you got Adult Swim, Adventure Time, and the list goes on. Bob Ross, DC Comics, Deadmau5, or Deadmau5, however you want to say it, Disney, Ghostbusters, Hello Kitty, Warner Bros, SpongeBob, which their SpongeBob one is super dope. Let's see if they have it on this banner, and they do. So this one I think is brand new. You have to pre-order it, but I thought this one was really cool, man. It's a really cool take on SpongeBob. But yeah, they just have cool stuff like this. You have Hello Kitty, which is really, this one's a really cool series, the Kaiju vinyl mini series. So they have really cool stuff. I mean, it is really cool stuff, and a lot of this stuff is limited edition, so it's not like you can just, you know, once it sells out, it sells out. It works just like, you know, obviously like the VeVe app. So once it sells out, you have to go to some secondary market and buy that collectible. So that's why it's, you know, highly sought after, and that's why it's a big deal, is because a lot of this stuff will be modeled obviously off of the physical art collection, and I think the value in the digital is going to be obviously a lot. And I think that I hope to see, you know, where there is maybe a physical collectible attached to the to the digital, sort of like what Wrong in English was doing. I think that's kind of, you know, quote the Mandalorian, that's the way for not only artists but some special drops moving forward. I think that's kind of the way, because, you know, obviously with the big Marvel announcement that happened, it would be very cool if you were able to buy the comic on VeVe and also get the physical collectible or comic as well, and it'd be obviously have like a barcode or a URL, or not a URL but a QR code that, you know, verifies the authenticity of it. I think that just adds like another dimension to it, right? Like obviously NFTs by itself are worth a lot, but if you add a physical, then I think that just adds not only the utility side of it, but it just adds to the collectible, right? It just adds to the story and adds to the collectability of it. I mean, it's just so cool, right? When the physicals are attached to the digital. I mean, obviously, if you broke your physical, you still have the digital, or if you sell the digital and you still want to keep the physical, that's fine too. But if you're able to like keep both of those, that is huge. Like to sell those, if you ever wanted to flip it, or, you know, whatever, or if you had two sets of the same thing, maybe you wanted to sell one of them to make your money back, but keep the other, you know, keep the originals. That's cool too. And I don't know, I just think I could go on and on about that. I think that's so cool, and it's the first kind of iteration of utility on VeVe. So I think that would be super cool, and maybe I'm just like nerding out, geeking out a little bit about that, but I'm just super excited about little stuff like that. And I imagine like David Yu as well is probably excited about that, as well as the Ecomi team. I think Reese was excited about it as well. So yeah, and you can check out other stuff like I said, the Dunning, which is, they have super cool stuff on this as well, which kind of is like looking like the it's similar to the Labbit, but it's just obviously an upright looking one. And they have other, you know, I don't think buying off this website is gonna hurt Frank. You know, I think buying stuff off there is gonna help him. But I just really enjoy this website. I mean, this is really cool. It's definitely something I'm gonna keep at the top of my mind. So I know a lot of you guys will be newer to this, but this is something you definitely want to check out and keep on your radar, because, you know, if you follow Frank on like Twitter, you can kind of see that there is like special drops and special things going on the physical side. So I think you guys should take a look at that. But that's pretty much it as far as this video goes. You know, hopefully I did a good job on that, but I don't know, are you guys excited about this? I know I am, man. I could actually do a quick Google as well and just kind of show you guys some of the other Labbits that I've seen across the collector space. But as you can see here, there's been like a lot of special editions which you can't really find on the Kid Robot site. Like I said, you have to pick some of this stuff up off the secondary. Some of it like is like the mini Labbits that you can also kind of try to bid for on like places like eBay. But then you have the full size Labbits that also, you know, you can also find. But for instance, this one is pretty cool. This one's like a mech suit of a Labbit, Wasp edition. I've seen stuff like this where you can replace the hands, which is super awesome. Actually, I would love to have one of these. I think there's there's one that's like a all silver, all platinum chrome. This one says unopened for $225. Actually, I love this one. If I could, I would literally get this one and just have it chilling on my back shelf right here. And but yeah, I'm busy buying all these NFTs, so it's kind of like one of those things. But as you can see here, like, you have the Joker and then the Batman, which is really cool as well. So there's like a lot of different editions. You just have to find them. Like I said, some of them are pretty hard to find actually, and you just have to do your research and really search for them to pick up some of them, because like I said, some of them are just not available anymore off of the you know, as far as retail. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys watch the first video as well. But that's what we can kind of expect as far as Labbits go. I don't know what Labbits will drop, and I imagine Frank said that he may or may not have said that we can expect multiple drops from him. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but yeah, I'm excited about this, and I think that these are going to be highly collectible, obviously, and I'm really curious to see which Labbits we're going to see, man, because there's just been so many. I think there's even a new one coming out, like the Mecha Labbit right here, which is a pre-order. I think that one's going on right now, so I'm very curious to see which Labbits come out, and you know, if there's 6 or maybe 4, I don't know. Yeah, so that's all I got for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think below. What are you guys excited for to see? Which Labbits do you think will be released? And maybe they could even do, like, surprise us and maybe do like, you know, some of Frank's posters. Who knows, guys? The sky's the limit, because Frank literally has like one of the most storied you know, records as far as artists goes. And who knows, guys, maybe we'll see something else. You know, I think David Yu has like some of this where it's the bird is the word. I think he's got one of those in his collection as well. So, and I've seen posters that David Yu has also in his like museum or his collection as well. So I think he's got like a Blink 182 possibly, and another poster that I've also seen in the background in his collection. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and what do you guys think is going to be dropping next week. Obviously, you saw the screenshot where it looks like it's possibly going to be 6 Labbits, but we will see. As you know, VeVe likes to switch it up sometimes, and you just never know. But let me know what you guys think below, and I appreciate you guys. Peace, love, VeVe. Be like an NFT, be authentic. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit that sub and bell. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.